In a world that discusses healing so often, there are so many things that are left out of the conversation. And what we're about to dive into may be something that you are experiencing, and just having the awareness will allow you to drastically change your journey.
Born in 92 on the block with the sharks. Come from a different cloth, y'all would get ripped apart. You want it diamond, then you gotta get it in the dark. We dropping nuggets like Carmelo went to Rucker Park. Now we eating from state to state, we scrape the plate. I put my eggs in a basket, took a leap of faith. I took a chance, now we grow and see the impact. Decoding success with special guests, now let's bring that.
Welcome to the top 1%, the top 1% globally ranked podcast. And that is thanks to you, the individual that is behind the screen right now, the individual that is listening to this come through their headphones. I am so excited that you decided to join us today, because there are so many things that you could be doing in this world, but you are here. Whether it's because you made the deliberate choice of saying, hey, I need to go listen to the Decoding Success podcast, or maybe you are on the flip side of it and you're like, whoa, I just discovered this on YouTube. I want to welcome you into this episode where we are talking about a huge misconception that is around healing. And maybe it's not so much a misconception, it's just not something that's spoken about enough. In fact, I'm just going to put it out there. I have never heard this spoken about. And the topic we're diving in today is that healing doesn't mean forgetting. There are so many times in my life where I wanted to forget. I wanted to forget the past pain. And I'm going to be honest with you, me saying that is now conscious, but I could tell you for years upon years, that thought, that belief, that desire, that want that I so badly craved was totally under the surface. And I was so unaware of it. But when I look back on the behaviors that I was or the actions that I was personally doing, I could tell you firsthand, literally, I could tell you firsthand how badly I wanted to forget the pain that was experienced. I'm going to share with you today in this video, of course, some stories about what I'm referring to, just to let you build some connection with me, especially if this is your first time listening to us. And if not, maybe you've never heard these stories and they're valuable for you as well. But man, I can't tell you how many times I find myself today looking back on the life that I once lived. I have an individual in my life who reminds me constantly that she believes that I have lived so many lives in just this one. Because when I tell these stories that I'm going to share with you, or maybe I've shared them with you over the past 6 years, the mind is blown. And it's like, well, you're such a different person now. At a particular point in my life when I did not even realize I was in pain, because you might be in that place right now where you're like, oh, I'm just watching this to watch it, or I'm listening to listen. Maybe you don't know that you've experienced pain yet. That was me, and I remember that so vividly. I never thought I was in pain. Why would I think I was in pain? I'm this young kid getting after it in life, stacking all this money, kind of going to college, smoking a hell of a lot of weed, hanging out with a hell of a lot of girls, having all of this power while we're booking all of these incredible hip hop artists and music artists and reality TV stars to come to the parties that we're throwing every single weekend. I thought my shit didn't stink, if I'm being real with you. Why did I think I was in pain? Like, I would have never thought I was in pain. But from the place that I'm at now, as a black sheep who went through and is still going through that self-discovery, that inner work, that self-exploration, I can tell you how badly I was in pain. I could not function without smoking weed. And this is no knock on weed, by the way, and hopefully this doesn't get flagged on YouTube. This is no knock on it whatsoever. But when you are waking up, going to the gym, getting high before the gym, coming home, getting high to come home, going out with your friends to smoke, but you need to smoke before you get with your friends, like, the list goes on. That's just that. Like, I'm not even talking about the drinking that I would do. And I wasn't an excessive drinker by any means, but I did mention that I was in the realm of hospitality, and we would throw parties each and every Saturday night for years upon years straight. And it was a very fruitful endeavor. But in those moments, I would just drink. Not necessarily every weekend. The weekends I didn't drink, I would make sure I would smoke a little bit extra. And then to top it all off, I was under the belief, now I could look back and say this, that the more money I made, the more money I saw in my bank account, the less pain I would be in. I thought that was the total thing that would dissolve all of the problems, all of the pain. But again, I did not even know that I thought I was in pain. I did not think I was in pain whatsoever. The reason I'm sharing this, right? Healing doesn't mean forgetting all of those experiences. There was definitely a level of wanting to forget I was in pain. The smoking, the drinking, the money, underneath all of that, the intention was to take me out of a place of pain, to forget that I was actually there. Now, I never smoked myself or drank myself or made so much money I was unconscious. If you could show me how to make so much money you're unconscious, please let me know because I would love to do that or at least try it once. But all of the other stuff, I never did it to a place of becoming unconscious, right? But there was a whole sense of numbing. And when someone's numbing, to me, that means they want to forget what they're experiencing. And healing does not mean forgetting by any means, by any stretch of the means. So, the point that I want to convey here is that simply you can't change what's done. You can't just forget in the snap of a finger what has been done. But on the flip side, you can change what is to come. What is to come is what we'll get there. I'll also put it out there outside of making so much money you go unconscious. I mean, if you have a time machine that you could put me in to go back and maybe change some of the stuff that I did, or maybe change some of the experiences that caused so much pain, please leave a comment or message me on Instagram or something of that sort, because I would also love to experience that. A lot of people say, oh, I don't regret anything in life. Well, I will be very transparent. There are plenty of things that I would do differently. And that's just me being a real, raw, honest human being. So yes, time machine, money, so much money you're unconscious. Like, please let me know. Beyond that, getting back to the point of this episode, you can't change what's done. Simply, you just can't. You can't take a pill and then all of a sudden you completely forget all of the things you experienced. What you can change is what is to come. So instead of viewing healing as, oh, let's forget about everything, how about let's see what we can do with that pain? And the behavior, the action I want you to take from watching this video or listening to this audio is simply to leverage the past pain for your future gain. Now, what do I mean by that? There are so many things that I experience in this life, and there will be so many more, by the way, because no matter how much self exploration or self discovery or inner work or therapy or yoga or EMDR or ayahuasca or whatever your modality is, there is still more work to come. There is still more pain to come. That is a part of the human experience. Pain helps you evolve so long as you let it. So, all of that to be said, leverage past pain for your future gain. I say all of that to say you can only change what's to come. So, the pain that you experience now will shape the actions of your future relationships, of how you parent your kids, of how you raise your damn dog. Like, literally every single thing will be shaped by that. And that is exactly how we transform our pain, our hurt, our wounds. That is what healing is at the end of the day. Forgetting the pain is actually a disservice to who you can become. If you have experienced a certain level of pain and you're like, Matt, I really just want to forget it, what you're telling me you want to forget is who you are destined to become, who you can become. What is your future potential? Your future potential is essentially hooked directly into the pain you experienced. The pain you experienced allows you to have the ability to alchemize that into a potential. So if you want to forget that, you want to forget who you can become. So I want you to walk away with this point right here. I want you to watch this video, listen to this audio, and walk away and say, all right, I get it. I can't change what's done. I can only change what's to come. And then furthermore, I need to leverage the pain of the past for the future gain of tomorrow. Period. In your relationships, whether those be intimate relationships, family relationships, with your friends, whatever they may be, your relationship with your dog, your boundaries, right? Your business, your parenting style, all of that. That is your potential. So forgetting it would be a disservice. The minute you forget the pain of the past, you forget who you can become in the future. And on that note, I want to thank you again for tuning into this video, for watching it, for listening to it. You could have listened to anything else in the matter of the last, I don't know, 15-ish minutes, right? Could have been doing anything else. But you're here. You received this. You received this for a reason. I'm going to put it on your mind and on your heart right now to make sure that you share this with someone in your life. Share this video with an individual you know has experienced some pain. Whether that pain happened this year, or maybe you know they've overcome some shit in their life. Click that share button, put it in their messages, put it in their text, put it somewhere because you saw this for a reason. You have the ability to be a beacon of light for someone else. So make sure that you're sharing this video. Hit that subscribe button too. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. Until next time, everyone, be blessed. Peace.